Hey you guys, what's up? This is Save Time with Tori. I'm back with another video. As you guys can tell, I'm not in my car today. I'm actually in my bedroom here. I'll probably go out later on and make a separate video, but that video really has nothing to do with this one. But today, I wanted to do it in my bedroom because I haven't been on my whiteboard in a long time, and I kind of like this little stick thing. I like to point. I don't know. Maybe I'm a big kid, but anyway, today's video, or this moment's video, is going to be called Signs You Are Dealing with a Loser. I'm about to stand up here in a few seconds because I don't have the mega knees. So yeah, but today this is the topic we're going to touch on. And so let's just get started. You guys, I done misplaced my damn oh, there it is. Okay, we're good to go. Signs you are dealing with the loser. I'm not gonna write it up here on like at the top because I noticed like the last few times that I've done this that I run out of room and the board kind of fills up too fast. So just keep in your mind signs you are dealing with a. You know what? I'm gonna just put. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put the whole thing. I'm gonna abbreviate. I'm gonna use U R because I'm running out of space. Dealing with a loser. Y'all can figure this shit out. But anyway, signs you are dealing with a loser. One. Oh, got my handy dandy notebook here. Stay on track. One. Now I know you guys are probably like, ah, but I mean, it is what it is. If the motherfucker cheat, like, Now it's one thing if you ain't got it. It's one thing if you're trying to save for something, and it's another thing if you just don't want to do it because you just don't want to do it, or maybe you want to save the money for yourself and things like that. But like, this is a big ass red flag that this person is not really into you like you think they are. And if they're not willing to spend to keep you happy, I mean, I'm not saying like Gucci bags. I'm not saying like 5-star dinners 3 nights a week. That's not really where I'm going with this. I'm talking about like basic shit. Like, you go to the mall, you see something you like, and it's always something, it's always so they get you the cheaper one, the fucking knockoff. Like, all they doing is looking for discounts and sales and coupons. Like that ain't type of time we on. So basically, in his head, you've already been like, well, yeah. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. You've already been labeled as a cheap hole. Like, he can do the bare minimum to keep you there. Now, I don't give a fuck if you have your own money or not. I don't give a damn if, you know what I'm saying, you got a good paying job and everything is gravy in your, neck of the woods. It doesn't matter. When a man's in love with you and he wants to see you happy, he's gonna spend on you whether or not you got it or not. So if this nigga pulling the coupons out of his pocket, if this man is like barely even spending money, he just spend just enough for like a McDonald's Happy Meal, just enough to get your stomach full, so you can have the energy to fuck his ass. Like, that ain't what type of time we on. So if he's having trouble opening up his wallet for you, he always got an excuse. Or if you tell him you need some help on your bills or something, and this person is like stuttering and carrying on, like that ain't hell to the no. But anyway, number two. They make empty promises. Basically, they tell you shit. Oh, we gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna take you to Jamaica next year. Oh, I'm gonna marry you one day. And you ain't seen no sight or sound or nothing of nothing. Like, and then when the time comes, or maybe a long length of time has passed, and then you decide you want to bring up, oh yeah, what, are we still going to Jamaica? Next year has already got here. It's January the motherfucking 1st. He said next year, right. So next year has approached. It's January the 1st. What month are we going to Jamaica? Reddit, crickets, Reddit. Like hell to the no. So basically, they sat there and told a lie. Oh, well, I'm gonna move out my mama house and we gonna be together. Woo woo. And then 6 months later, he's still in there. So it's like, are you moving out or not? But first of all, let me just make some point like clear. Like we ain't fucking with nobody that's still living with their damn mama past the age of 21. Like period, point blank. If they ain't got their own shit by 21, this don't, like, if any teenagers or someone's watching my video, it don't apply to them. Like if you live in a college dorm or something like that, then this situation don't even really apply to you for real. But we kind of do, but it kind of don't. Some of this shit you might need to leave it where the fuck it's at. But the point is that they're telling you they're gonna do this. Ooh, I'm gonna stop cheating. Ooh, I'm gonna my thing fell. I got this shit all over my blanket. I'll get this shit up later. But anyway, I need a new comforter anyway. But the point is that what I'm saying, they're just telling you a whole bunch of stuff that they know they can't deliver, and they do it over. And I understand sometimes, finances might come in between shit, or your job, or other obligations and things like that. But like, you can't you can't do this shit all the time. Like you can't do it knowing in your head and in your heart that you're not gonna fucking come through with this shit. So don't even open your mouth to even say this shit in the first place. I'd rather just not hear the shit at all. But anyway, number 3. Y'all, everybody probably know this one. Hopefully. I'm pretty sure somebody, at least 99% of y'all done been through this before. Ghosting. GHOSTING, ghost. I'm trying to put this thing on this thing so it don't like be marking up my shit. But anyway, ghosting. Now everybody done been ghosted at least once in their life. Like I don't know too many people that has not been through this type of situation. So if this person is just doing too much of it, actually any of this, like this shows your character right here. This shows you that when times get hard, you can't depend on this motherfucker because they're gonna run, they're gonna hide, they're gonna go and pretend like they fell off the face of the earth so they don't have to face their problems. So ghosting is a really bad characteristic, of a person because you don't really know what's expected. And when you really need them, this is what the fuck they're gonna do. This right here. If you're mad at them, instead of talking and communicating, they're gonna do this right here. When the shit go down and y'all, he's gonna do this right here. Whenever things don't go this person's way, he don't like it, he don't want to face it, whatever his inner demons and shit, he's gonna do this right here. Meanwhile, you're sitting back looking stupid, and at a time that you need your man the most, he's doing this right here because he doesn't want to stand up and be a man and shit like that. So, do you really want this ghosting motherfucker to lead your household? Like, these bills gotta be paid. The kids gotta, you got a whole lot going on in your life. So, like this here is this can fuck you up right here. Like this can throw you all the way off. Like no, we ain't doing that. This shows that you're gonna run from all your problems and expect the distance or the fact that you don't have to look at it will make the problem go away. Probably not. But anyway, I don't want no ghosted motherfuckers to lead my household into the depths of hell. But anyway, let's continue to move on. Can't keep a job. I didn't put Kane up there because I forgot and I don't feel like erasing it. But anyway, keep a job. If this person like having trouble staying at jobs, if they're getting fired from jobs, if they're quitting jobs, if I don't know, if the motherfucker just like, just can't seem to stay employed anywhere, that's not a good sign because hey, who the fuck gonna pay these bills? Because I ain't. No, the camera didn't freeze. No, I ain't paying that motherfucker. So like, what are we doing here? Like, you just gonna ghost and leave? Like, hell to no. But yeah, like, if this person don't never have no money, can't keep a job, like that's not stable for anybody. Like, how are you gonna like maintain a stable household when this person is in and out of work? And so when he's not in work, that means Either you gotta go to work or y'all bills ain't getting paid. Like, period, point blank. Or he's gonna go borrow it or steal it or trap house records. Like, I don't motherfucking know. But the point is that, like, without money, your household is gonna, like, start to crumble and fall. Like, I mean, you can be a dummy and support this motherfucker if you want to. Actually, you know what? Excuse me, y'all. That's a whole nother video about how motherfuckers. You'll see the video. I'll let y'all know. But anyway, like, if the person is having trouble staying employed, that's a sign of a loser to me. That's a sign that he don't give a fuck about life. That's a sign that he's letting other people carry his weight for him, and he's okay with that. That's a sign that he doesn't gave up on himself. That's a sign that he's not definitely not the alpha male. And it's just a sign of low character and toxicity. And, like, who can survive without money? Like, let's just be real. I'm not saying you need a damn Tesla, but I'm saying, like, you cannot survive with no money. So if this person refused to go to work and he's living off of everybody else or the government or whatever, like, that's loser shit to me. And I'm sorry. Y'all can fight in the comments. I don't care. But that unless it's like a temporary thing. But if you just keep seeing this shit over and over every 6 months and shit, should nobody be changing jobs every 6 months? Like, I'm sorry. Like, you should at least make it to the year mark. Like, unless something really ratchet going on at your job to where it's just doing too much of your mental health and shit like that, then I guess. But, like, should nobody be changing jobs 3, 6, 9 months? Like, you should stay at a job for at least a year before you move on. Hey, it looks good on your resume. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you move on to the next, and it just, I don't know. Y'all motherfucking know. But anyway, let's move on to number 5. And run out of room, y'all. Rule. Okay, number 5. Do not take care of his kids. Now, these kids can be yours, or they can be with the side chick or somebody that came before you. But basically, a terrible father equals a terrible man to me. And I'm sorry, like, if you ain't fucking with your kids like that, then I ain't fucking with you either. Even if it's about a whole other woman I don't know or don't like or whatever the case may be. If you're not, doing the shit for your offspring, because they're the one that's going to carry on your legacy. They're the ones that's going to, put your ass, in a good place when you get old. They're the ones that's going to take care of you versus you heading to a nursing home. And so, they the one carrying on, all your genetic DNA, and that's what keeps your, generation family going. So if you ain't taking care of them, then that means you don't give a fuck about none of that. And then, which means I don't give a fuck about you. But, like, if he's like, he got kids by other women and he's not stopping in for holidays and he's not spending time with them, he's not spending no money on them, he's not, trying to build some type of relationship with these kids, then that's not a good look. And, like, period, point blank, period. And especially if he ain't taking care of yours. Like, hell to the no. Like, no. I mean, just think about it. Like, if you don't have kids with this man and he has kids already with somebody else and he's barely doing shit for them, why in the fuck? No, the camera didn't freeze. Why in the fuck would you proceed to get pregnant by this man and he's not even taking care of? Yeah, I'm fucking up. I'm trying to do it backwards, but it's y'all just forget y'all seen that. But the point is, like, why would you push out a man's baby and he's not even taking care of the first one? Do you think you're special or something? Do you think, like, your kid's gonna come before X, Y, and Z's kids? Kids are kids are kids are kids. Like, he's probably gonna treat all of them the same in the end. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going, oh my God, this is my golden child. And the kid I had before that is ratchet. Like, you don't pick and choose which kids you get to take care of. So more likely, if he's not taking care of the one that's already in this world, He's probably gonna be slacking on the new one too, unless he changes life around and woo woo woo. But that comes with time and things like that. But 9 times out of 10, if the old kids aren't getting, they're not getting shown that much love, then your kids might not either. I mean, sometimes it be due to the baby mama. The baby mama might be keeping them from the kids, or they might be stay a long distance away from each other. I mean, you gotta take that into consideration. The distance he lives from the kids, the type of relationship he has with the baby mama, the just other little factors, things like that. Maybe the schedules aren't aligning, whatever. But I'm talking about the ones who have zero excuse, like zero, like they ain't know nothing. They just ratchet. But anyway, don't if he ain't doing shit for the kids that's already here, don't you pop out none to add on to the motherfucking mix, and then y'all end up breaking up, and then you know what I'm saying, like now you stuck with nah, we ain't doing that. Anyway, number 6. Look at my handy dandy notebook. Here we go. I'm about to tie this marker. Anyway, has an I don't give a fuck mentality. Meaning he don't give a fuck about this, he don't give a fuck about that, this, or this. So basically, he done checked out. Like, I know you hear people saying, like, I don't give a fuck, woo, woo, woo. That's fine, I guess, whatever. But, like, this can go to a whole nother level if you let it. Like, this can be, like, he's only thinking about himself. This is like like, I don't give a fuck. Basically, I mean, I guess it's right here. I mean, if you read it, like, he's just like walking through the damn world like he's the motherfucking king or she's the motherfucking queen. If it's a man watching, I don't know who's watching me. But anyway, like, no, this ain't it, because you should give a fuck to a certain degree. Like, you can't just go through the world, worrying about yourself and just neglecting other people and things like that. So, if they too much on the side of, kiss my ass type shit, like, nah, we ain't doing that. Which kind of ties into this one. Kind of does, kind of doesn't. The words kind of got jumbled up and shit, but y'all get the motherfucking picture. Point is, no accountability. When they fuck up, it's never their fault. When shit go down, it's never their fault. They cheat on you. Oh, it's your fault because you any motherfucking way. You got fired. Oh, it's their fault because they made me. Like, tell the whole story. You got fired because you was late. That's why the fuck you got fired. You got fired because they asked you to do something that you didn't want to do, and so now you looking stupid, and now these bills are piling up. You cheated on me because you don't know how to keep your dick in your goddamn pants every time you see a big booty hoe. Like, no accountability. You don't want to sit there, oh, well, yeah, maybe I fucked up. Oh, well, maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I shouldn't have did that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe. Like, if a person's just always throwing the blame on somebody else, then that means, like, they don't want to accept responsibility for anything that they're doing, and probably never will. So, like, I need somebody that's going to stand up and say that they're wrong and correct the problem. But you cannot correct the problem if they feel like there is no problem. So if there is no problem, then that means, like, how are we going to fix this if you don't even want to admit the fact that you fucked up? Like, no, that's some loser shit to me. I'm going to erase some of this shit because I'm getting kind of towards the bottom and I ain't trying to do all this extra shit. It's too much bending over. Well, let me see. 7, 8. Yeah, my shit going to end up all the way at the bottom. Y'all want to go for it? Let's go. I guess I won't erase it. Number 8. A person who doesn't have a 5 to 10 year plan. when you really get to know somebody, you need to be asking questions like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, what do you want to be? What type of like life are you trying to live? Like, what are you trying to accomplish and things like that. So basically, if they, oh well, I don't know, I'm gonna let life do what life do, and they start talking on this, using these Jedi mind tricks to try to fool you into basically dropping the conversation and changing it to something else type shit. So if you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail. What they say, failing to plan means planning to fail. Yeah, there you go. Planning to fail means planning to fail. What? Failing to plan means planning to fail. I don't motherfucking know. The point is that if they can't see themselves like in a whole different like space in the next 5 to 10 years, then this ain't the person you need to be dealing with, because the people you need to be dealing with, or should be looking for growth. Like, they shouldn't be in the same damn spot they was like today. Like today, tomorrow you need to be better than yesterday, and every day, therefore every day you should strive to be a better person. So if you ask this person and then they don't really have the answer for you, or it's like a vague answer, like it needs to be more in depth. Like, I see myself owning a company, but how are you gonna, they need to be like more specific. Like, how are you gonna own this company? Like, hey, you need to go to school and get some training. So all that shit needs to be entwined in there. Not just, I want to be rich. Like, duh, everybody want to be rich. Like, what the fuck? Like, how are you gonna get there? You're gonna need training. You're gonna need, resources. You're gonna need to save. You're gonna need to, talk to the right people and get in the right circles and things like that. So, like, you don't just say, I want to be rich. Like, good luck with that. So, if they don't really have a plan on where they're trying to be, and especially if they start talking me, so obviously you're not in the 5 year, 10 year plan that we're talking about right here. So obviously they don't see you, or halfway see you in the damn picture. So they'll say, I see myself married to you. If you don't hear no shit like that, I see us having children, or I see us living together. If it ain't no like, like a we thing, and when he started talking and your name is nowhere in the itinerary, that don't look good. So you can do what you want with that information. But anyway, number 9. On heavy drugs. Now, this might get a little sticky, because I know half of America and everywhere else is, they don't legalize marijuana and things like that. So, if your person is heavy on drugs, then there's a high possibility that they are dealing with some things. Now, some people do it on the weekends for fun, just to relax and let out their alter ego and things like that. But a lot of times when they have to do this shit morning, noon, and night, they can't go 24 hours without taking a hit. There's something mentally wrong with this person. Now, they can pretend to be the happiest person on earth. They can have all the money on the earth. They can like seem like really happy on the outside, but if they are taking drugs on a daily basis, it doesn't matter what kind it is. I'm not going to say it in this video, because I did a video about a month ago. Maybe it's a little less than a month ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I said some of these words in it, and YouTube flagged the shit out of my ass. So I had to end up taking it down. I think it was a video. It was about it had something to do with drugs, but I forgot what the hell I was talking about. But the point is that I ain't trying to get demonetized, flag, a strike on my channel, things like that. But the point is, if this person, it doesn't even matter what type of drug it is, to be honest with you. Like, I ain't gonna name them off, because I did it last time, and I think that's what triggered the algorithm. But the point is that I mean, marijuana is legal, so hopefully they don't flag me for that. But all them other ones that's illegal, I mean, even the one that is legal that I just mentioned, like, even that every day, that goes to show you that there's something mentally going on upstairs. They're having some type of problem with, anxiety or depression, or maybe some type of trauma event happened in their life, and they're trying to cope with it, deal with it, escape reality. There you go. I couldn't get it out to save my life. Anybody that's on heavy drugs is trying to escape reality. They don't want to be in their present position, whatever type of life they're living. They don't like it, and they just want to escape for, however long it takes. I mean, it's kind of, I want to use the word normal. I put the air quotes there because it's kind of is, kind of not. It's kind of not. It's really not. But the world has already, made its decision or whatever. But weekend, turn up, drink, whatever, it's not a big thing as long as your bills are paid and your house is functioning correctly. But a person that has to get high at morning, noon, and night and can't survive like 4 or 5 hours without a hit, they got to carry around, blunts and vapes and things like that. That goes to show you that there's some mental issues going on. They need to seek help, and so they need to go see somebody about that, because if they don't, then obviously the shit is going to continue and whatnot. And number 10, which I kind of touched on a little bit in one of the other ones, but I guess I'll write it anyway. Selfish. They're worrying about themselves. This goes for any aspect of life. This could be in the bed. This can be like romantically. You're asking them for attention, to cuddle with you, to watch movies with you, to go out and have dinner with you, take you on a date, and they're just worrying about themselves. Like every time you come in with a problem, they dismiss you. Like it's just me, 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 me. And it's like, where do I fit into this? Like, we're supposed to be dating and everything. Why are you worrying about yourself? Why are you, not making me happy? Like, why? I mean, I know nobody's responsible for your happiness, but, once you get into a union or a relationship, you can't just think about yourself anymore. You have to think about, like, how this is going to affect the other person, So if this person is, is always about them and what they want and how they feel, and then you act, you rub the hell out of their back, and then, you think it's your turn for you to get your massage, and all of a sudden they have to get up and go, have a drink with the boys, or, things like that. Like, you know a selfish person when you see one. They're always taking more than they're giving. So, just be on the lookout for that. But anyway, that's my video for today. Hopefully y'all got some information out of this, because this video is the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. But I might do another video later on, actually in my car, because I'm actually gonna go out today and whatnot. So I guess you can expect another video before the night is over with. Sometimes YouTube be tripping. They don't, I'll upload it, but it'll take, anywhere from 2 to 5 hours for them to, upload the shit to the thing. So, the video will be done today, but I don't know how many hours it's gonna take for YouTube to get their shit together. Hopefully very little. But anyway, this is Save Time with Tori, and I do what? I save you time from the bullshit. Okay, bye.